I'm really sorry if you guys hear the little like of the autofocus. I just found out that there was autofocus on this camera. It was my brother's from a couple years ago, so like, and I'm not a camera tech kind of person. If it's so annoying, I'm just gonna turn it off, but I guess we're gonna experiment for this video. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, well, first of all, I'm Sabrina. Introductions. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if any of these are the right shades, if they're good or not. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I realized last video how much I talk. I'm a very talkative person, so I'll try and rein myself in a little bit. We're going to be starting with the Tarte Brighter Days Highlighting Moisturizer. This is the mini one. I got this with 100 points from Sephora because I really want to try it, but it is, I believe, $32 at Sephora, and I was like, I'm not spending my $32 on this when I could get $32 of something worth way more, especially when I think this only has like 3 stars. So I mean, like, obviously I'll have high hopes for it, but I'm not gonna expect it to like make my skin look bomb. There were like mixed reviews at Sephora. People were saying that it was super sparkly, and then some people were like, no, it gives a luminous glow. So I'm gonna use it as a primer today. I'm gonna take about that size and just dive right in. We're gonna go for it. Oh wow, this is illuminating. I didn't moisturize just because this is also a highlighting moisturizer and I didn't want my skin to look oily. I have like a mirror about a foot away from me, and it definitely doesn't look like, if I look at this mirror a foot away from me, I'm not like sparkles. I haven't looked up close. Let me look. I mean, it works differently on everyone, but on me, you can barely see the sparkle. They're super fine. There are barely any of them, and you have to get like super close. It honestly is super illuminating. I really like this. I don't know how it's gonna work as a primer. I don't know if it's gonna keep my makeup on. I don't know what the claims were. I'm just gonna let that settle. I'm gonna do my eyes first as always. So I'm gonna zoom y'all in. One sec. I don't know what I just tapped. Okay. I think this is a good distance away. Last time I realized I also like cut myself off. You know, I'm just learning. This is the Maybelline New York Master Conceal Concealer, and it's in 10 Fair. I'm assuming it's the lightest shade. I've heard this is a really, really good drugstore concealer. I got this a while ago, but I never ended up trying it because I ended up just getting my Tarte concealer and just fell in love with it. I think I may have tried this once, and I think I liked it, but I definitely just didn't play around with it enough. I'm also going to use this as my concealer later on. I'm going to be taking this Pure Beauty sponge. I've never tried it before. I did wet this sponge. I know if you watched my last video, you're like, because I did say that I don't wet my beauty sponges, or I said that weirdly, beauty sponges or beauty blenders. I always do when I get a new one. I wet it the first time so that it becomes squishier, and then I never wet it again. The beauty blender's already so squishy, and this one was a little harder. It still is like a little more dense. I'm just gonna keep it like that so it doesn't crease. This is a Clinique Almost Powder Makeup Powder. I burped. In 01 Fair. It looks like this. My mom's gonna watch this video and be like, bitch, like, what do you mean you haven't used this makeup? Why in all my videos is my like eye priming always the longest thing? I always feel my lids just to make sure everything is set. I do the same thing with my face. So it has not creased yet, and we'll see how the eyeshadow goes over that. The only new eyeshadow product I have is the Naked Cosmetics, doesn't have a name, but they're eyeshadows. This was in, I think, the February, I may be wrong, maybe March, Boxy Charm. They're super pigmented. That was literally like, you know how beauty people like go around and around? I don't. I literally just take one swatch and I do that, and holy shit. Obviously, I cannot do a full look using this palette since they are pressed pigments. For today, I think I'm just going to test out this kind of burgundy shade. It's just gonna go all over my lid. Then I'm going to use the Huda Beauty, sorry if I said that wrong, the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which I have right here. I got this in December, so that's newish, right? But I have used it. It's a good palette. It's not, I don't think it's the best palette in the entire world. I also just got my Makeup Geek Z palette. Oh. My brushes, if you watched my last video, My brushes from Amsterdam just got in the mail a couple days ago. They're all here. My babies are all safe. So I'm going to be taking Beaches in Cream from Makeup Geek. So I'm just putting this right in my crease, and I'm kind of putting it in windshield wiper motions and then swirling it just to blend it out. I'm just going to take that same brush and pop some, what am I going to pop on in there? First, I'm going to take Shy, and this is from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. It is this color. Oh, by the way, this is with a Morphe M433 brush. I'm going to take this color, Bossy. It's a kind of like maroon color. So pretty. Oh God, that was like a demon just came out of me. I don't see any eyeshadow creasing, so it looks like that concealer and the powder are holding up. Now I'm just going to take a clean brush. This is the Morphe E22 brush, and just right around the edges, I'm just going to buff them out so there are no harsh lines. So I went ahead with a MAC 242 brush, and without any MAC Fix Plus or anything, I tried to just put it on because I was like, maybe it will work, but usually foils aren't the best. Went out a little spritz, so this didn't have a lot of pigment and it just kind of created fallout. That's why you always do the eyes first. So I'm just going to take more on my brush. When it comes out of the pan, very pigmented, like a lot of product comes out, and then I'm just going to spray it, and hopefully this will make it stick better. Please, 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 please. That's a lot better. I really like this color. It's very purple, but almost had like a pink metallic. I would still prefer my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, but it's pretty nice to have. It definitely does not go on as smooth. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a brush with no pout only. It's Stop Adjusting, please. This is the Sephora crease brush, and I'm just going to go over and kind of blend out the edges. And then I'm just going to go back in with Shy, which is from the Huda Beauty palette. I'm just going to go back over my crease again. And then I'm going to go back into Bossy. And I'm actually going to take that just on a smaller brush. I'm just going to take this on a Morphe M321 brush. I said that I'm like M321. Very precise. I'm just going to leave the eyes there, keep it pretty simple, because I want to get to the other makeup, and I don't want to make this too long, because my last video was 30 minutes. Boy. So before I put my face on, I'm just going to use some mascara. This is new. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1. It comes in this packaging, and it looks like this. I got this in the little sale that Tarte did, where if you paid, I think it was $63, then you would get 6 full-size products. So I did that, and this is one of the products that I chose. So it's definitely very like uplifting. Do I like it better than my Voluminous Carbon Black? No. And that one is drugstore. But I really like this. This is not a mascara that I'm mad at. It's definitely not volumizing as much as my Voluminous Carbon Black, obviously because it's meant to thicken lashes. We already primed, and my skin does feel smooth. So I'm going to go in with this foundation. I have used this foundation once before. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. I actually got this in London. This is the N07 Stay Perfect Foundation. It's hypoallergenic, which is always great. It's supposed to be very lightweight and a natural, flawless complexion. This is drugstore, by the way. Shake and use either your fingers or a sponge, which I found interesting because it didn't say a brush. The last time I used it, I do remember that it creased just a little bit. So 3 pumps actually seem to be like the right amount. And I'm just going to maybe do 2 dots because it seemed very full coverage. This kind of seems orange. Does it not seem orange on camera? I don't know. In real life, I'm like, am I putting Cheeto dust on my face? No, once you blend it out, it looks pretty. Wow, that blended out really nicely. I'm definitely going to be looking to see how it settles on my nose, because my nose is where I always break up. Even sometimes the Tarte breaks up on me there. Okay, I'm going to try this kind of like flat side and see how this is for under eyes. is doing its job. I do still prefer the Beauty Blender. Concealer looks really, really pretty under my eyes. So it definitely moves around. Like, it's a slippery concealer. And we're going to set the whole face. I honestly always set my face because if not, I feel like it just will always like come off. This is not too sticky though. So if you're someone who doesn't love to set their face, you could get away with it. So I'm going to take this Morphe G7 brush. It's very fluffy. Actually, first, I'm going to set under my eyes with something else I got from BoxyCharm, and this was in the May box. This is the Highlight and Contour Palette by IBY Beauty. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It looks like this. It's very similar to the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I've actually swatched all of them just to feel how they are, if they're creamy or not. And these 5 shades, this bottom row and then these 2, they're good, but this shade right here is really creamy and soft compared to them and a lot more pigmented. I just find it so weird that like all of them have the same exact texture except that one shade. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I am just going to take this Real Techniques setting brush. It looks like that. They do have kick up though. And I'm going to go into that Clinique powder. I'm just going to swirl my brush around, tap off, and then just lightly set it. I don't want to have a super powdery face, especially because this is already not very tacky. So I am just going to do my eyebrows, which I am admittedly scared to do. It's a new technique. It's a new everything. So the products I'm going to be using are 2 of them from my BoxyCharm and 1 of them I bought. So this is from the BoxyCharm. This is the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. It's just a brush. It has like an eyebrow side and then it has a spoolie. There's a Brow Gal eyebrow powder. And then I have this Dip Brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills and it's in blonde, hoping it's the right color. So I have neither used a brow powder nor a brow pomade before. I've also never watched an eyebrow tutorial before. I don't know, I just never really saw a need for it because I thought it was kind of self-explanatory. Why can I not talk to? That was not you said that. Self-explanatory. I give up. I don't know if you're supposed to set the pomade with a powder. I have no idea. But we're just gonna see how it works. I don't know how you're supposed to like buff it in. I guess I can't really say if these products are good or not just because I have never tried anything, so I have nothing to compare it to. Start here. That was pigmented and really dark. Holy. Okay, well, I'm going for it. I may have really, really bad brows in this. Okay, I'm gonna try and spoolie. Okay, wow, that was actually kind of easy, but it doesn't look good, but like, they're filled in. What now? Like, I don't know, I feel like people always take a really long time to do their eyebrows, so I feel like I did something wrong. The fact that I could get it to look decent my first time, I feel like that means it's pretty easy to apply and it's a good product. So I think the closest color is going to be that middle one right there. So I'm just going to take that on the same Brow Gal brush. This is also impractical for my life because I can never see myself like getting ready for school and like taking the time to actually do this since the brow definer is just like boop, boop, time. These powders are nice. They're definitely pigmented. They're definitely filling them in. So this is not a first impression. I just didn't have any other brow gel. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I'm going to pop on some falsies and I'll be right back. I'm also just going to put this mascara that we used before on my bottom lashes. Okay, so my lashes are on and I like them. They're very dramatic for me. I'm sure like for Nikki tutorials it would be like training wheels, but the House of Lashes Tinkerbell collection and they're called Just Wing It. I don't know why I'm holding up the box. And the mascara, I'm an idiot. I was putting it on and I was like, bitch, you have no lower lash line on. Oh, and I used a new tool. First impressions, guys. I used the Tarteist Pro Lash tool thing. It looks like this. It was helpful, but I still had to go in with my tweezers and just get like the inner corner and things like that. So I think it's nice to have, but I don't think it's like completely necessary. But I mean, like, what in makeup is necessary? The E36 brush, it looks like this. It's very, very small. I love it for the lower lash line. I'm just going to be taking Bossy brows. Actually, I don't know if I want to put like red on my lower lash because I did that last time. I did that in my Instagram video. Follow me on Instagram. Self promo. And I'm going to take Cocoa, which is that bottom color. It's right there. I'm gonna highlight with my palette. Well, not my palette, but like the palette I own. Okay, anyway. This is a palette I've been so excited to try, and I just got it. It came in the mail 2 hours ago, and right when it came, I'm like filming a video. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero. I've never heard of this YouTuber, which is so bad because I feel like she's very popular, and I watch a ton of makeup people, but there are just so many people on YouTube that there's no way you can watch them all. This is her collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills. She made her own glow kits. Look at how pretty. It's so pigmented and beautiful. I'm definitely gonna highlight my brow bone with Forever Lit. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I'm just going to use probably Kitty Cat to highlight my inner corners. So pretty. Okay, I'm putting it away for now because I have issues. I'm going to be taking this new brush from Tarte. I got it in the sale that they were having, the $60 one. And this is like a double-sided brush. And I'm going to take that pointed side and I'm going to dip it in that first color right here. Yeah, it definitely does not blend perfectly, but you can make it work. So now I'm going to go in with this. Okay, this is like my second most excited product. This is the Benefit Hoola Light Bronzer. So everyone talks about how much they love the Hoola bronzer, and I've never bought myself to try it just because it looked too dark for me, and I didn't want to spend that much money to have something that was going to look too dark. But when they came out with light, I was like, I wish they came out with so many more colors. Like, who just comes out with one color? Boy. I'm going to take my favorite bronzing brush, and this is the Sephora powder brush, but it's so buildable. Oh, that's so pretty. I really like that. I actually went back and watched, and it shows up on camera. I don't know if I'm just like looking and like the light is blocking or something, but it is really pigmented. So I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more. So I got the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in Expose. This is a super popular color. This is the Morphe E4 brush. It's like a soft nude. Now I'm going to highlight. This is almost done, guys. This is the Morphe M501. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to first start off with no MAC Fix Plus. So I think I'm going to be applying maybe Kitty Cat, and then maybe this on like the tips of my cheekbones. I also kind of want to see how that color looks. I want to try all of them. I don't know if you guys can see on camera without MAC Fix Plus, but in real life, this is so pretty. Oh my, that doesn't even like need MAC Fix Plus, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, that may have been too much. What? Okay, Claire, if you're watching, this is going on your cheek for prom. Just telling you. I'm like actually giddy right now. I don't know if this is like a normal reaction. Okay, I kind of am starting to look like the Tin Man, but I'm okay with it. First experience with a glow kit is, oh, I had a brush. It honestly just melted into my skin. It does not look powdery at all. It literally just looks like a part of my skin. I'm sorry. This has been literally like 15 minutes of me just dying. Face just like highlight now. I've never put on that much highlight in my entire life. Boy. I have this lip liner. It's called I Am Precious. It's from the company or brand Real Her. It glides on so easily. I really like this color too. Why are we doing so well today? I feel like when I watch other people do first impressions, usually everything goes wrong. And I've never been more happy that something went right. This is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Stone. I have used the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks before. I really, really like them. I have not tried this color, and apparently it's like a popular color. It has this kind of like doe foot applicator that bends. I don't know if this color matches the lip liner. I guess we'll see. It's perfect. Making those awkward faces like... So I was going to use the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray just because I haven't used it in a really long time, because when I used it, it sprayed like the dots on my face and I was like, nope, I'm not going to spend an hour and a half doing my makeup and then have this ruin it. So I was going to try that today, but now that I actually really like my makeup, I'm chickening out and I'm going with MAC Fix Plus. I really just don't want to ruin it. I'm sorry, everyone. So I'm just going to spritz on my face and then we'll be done. People did say that if you went out in the sun with this moisturizer on, it looked like Edward Cullen, you know, like sparkling in the sunlight. But obviously I'm indoors, but I do have these lights on and I don't see that happening. That was only a few people that said that, so I mean, everyone has different skin. This is the end of my full face using first impressions. I am so happy. I think the standout products today were my lips. I love this color. Brows, I'm thinking about. It wasn't the product, it was solely just the technique. I don't know if I love it. And I liked the concealer. It didn't crease, it looks amazing. The powder didn't make my face look too cakey. And then of course, the #1 product of the day was the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, especially for $40 for these 6 shades, which I think I'll be using every single one of them. I'll probably be able to use all of them on me except for this one, and this one I feel like could be a super pretty eyeshadow. Like, oh, I don't know if I guys can see that. Overall, super successful. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was really fun to film this. My name's Sabrina and you're watching my channel. Remember at the beginning how I was like, oh, I'll try and not talk as much. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye. Wow, that was really high pitched. Bye. I'm done. It started to autofocus. Every single time I like smile, it moves. Bitch, how many times can you focus on me? Focus on me. Focus on me. There's a fucking bug in here. Oh my god, I have a bug phobia. It's like real. Oh my god, I think it's attracted to my lights. Nope, not today. Someone's walking in my house and I hear the footsteps. Oh, I have a bandit on my arm. Let's get that off. Literally effort. What word was I saying? Effortlessly. There we go. Effortlessly. What was? I feel like a freaking pterodactyl. Wait, is my outer corner off? Don't try me. No, it isn't. Okay. Yeah.